Okay.
Yeah, we need to come in hot on a Friday, Frank.
Light the wick. Light the wick. All right, come in hot. I've got other music to come in hot. I should have done that. And it's not, copyrighted. That's going to get us kicked off of YouTube or anything like that. But anyways, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Friday is what it is. Up against a 3-day weekend, of course. Monday, we are off. You can show up, but we won't be here. Just letting you know. Anyway. We're going to have a great day today. Chris Johnstone is going to freak us out, as always. It's always a pleasure. And, so we'll kind of take a look around here, see who we got with us. Bill Van Dyke. Hey, Bill, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother? You, my friend. Love, peace, joy, my friend. Amen. All right. Well, here we go. Just another day at the club, Chris Johnstone. Another day at the club. Yeah.
Frank, while we're doing the news today, if we're doing this today.
We are. Yeah.
So I would love to hear from everybody in the chat a win specific to a listing agent. I'd love to hear some stories about success that you've had dealing with listing agents. And you can put those in while we're doing the news and that sort of thing. I'd love to dive into that a little bit on the show. And then that'll tie right into what we're doing here.
Good stuff, man. Yeah, if you've got a win, specifically featuring a listing agent involved in that win in some way, shape, or form, get that in the chat. Anybody got one? Joe, you got one? Bill? Hedrick, you got one? William?
No.
Macaulay, you got one? Any wins involving a listing agent? I know they're out there. They're in there. There's people out there. People got wins with listing agents.
I hear it all the time from making the Tuesday calls.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. Yeah.
Funny how the calls tie into the wins. Isn't that funny, Kristen?
Isn't that funny?
It's very ironic. I bet you, Nick Nicholas or Doug Kennel. I know, Doug, you have one. Jimmy Arrington, you've picked up a listing agent. Let's go. Unmute, buddy.
Marty Guy Fink. She said I've got quite a few.
I haven't seen her yet. Yeah. But Jim, you unmute. Andrew, I know you got one.
All right, you are being called out by
by Kristen.
Simpson.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so interesting. Yes, I did my Tuesday calls, and this was probably the third call into the transaction, just telling her things were moving smoothly. And last week she called up and said she wanted to introduce me to a new first-time home buyer. I want to know if I had a new first-time home buyer grants or how I could help. And so I got that lead, good credit. We're going to do something unique for them. But yes, I had a success.
Wonderful.
Just amazing. If you do the calls, things happen.
You know what they say. It only works.
Yeah. By the way, real quick, I know we're going to
time.
talk to Chris. I'm going to do this. I just want to give him a shout out to his team. I am a member of the LO CRM, and what a fantastic group of people. And I just got my AI agent set up with great help from Kelsey. So
Wonderful.
Amazing.
Anyway.
James, thank you so much. It was incredible how the customer satisfaction went up once they kicked me out of those calls.
Right. Exactly. It's like, we don't know how to tell you this, Chris, but we can fix this whole problem. Okay. Yeah. I tell you that I got a funny story about, and if you get a chance to talk to Petra about it, talk to her about it, Chris. But so yesterday and the day before, I needed help with the CRM. I had to jump into support.
And the day before that, and the day before that.
No.
Sorry.
So just twice this week. So this is so funny. So I get on and I go, yeah, I got this thing. And then whoever says, okay, I'm going to put you in with Petra. Hi, Petra. Hi, I go. She goes, okay, what's up? I go, well, here, let me share my screen. I said, see, what I need to do is this. So I'm going to go here and I do this. And I completely solve the problem all by myself with like no input from her. You know what I mean? I go, oh, I figured it out. She goes, well, good job, Frank. Excellent work. Well, just the fact that you were here, Petra, is what made it work. The next day, this was yesterday, I did the exact same thing. I had a problem. I wasn't sure how to solve it. Got into a breakout room with Petra. I said, all right, Petra, here we go again, and I solved it all on my own with her being there. She was like, it's just my presence, Frank. I go, it is. It is just your presence. Yeah. So.
But isn't it funny that just having somebody along to just be like, hey, it's cool if you click the wrong button. It's no big deal. We're not going to break anything. And it's just that confidence of having someone along with you on the journey to be like, oh, yeah, I can do this. I can fix this. This is great. So,
yeah. Yeah,
cool.
it was so funny. Yeah, I was just like, oh, wait a second. I figured it out. It's like, good job. Excellent work. Glad I could help. So, hey, let's get into the news real quick. This is a pretty fun news day. I don't know if it's a fun news day, but it's a good news day. Let's see here.
It's news anyway.
Yeah, it's news anyway. So okay, so off-grid living has increased. These are rural properties, right? And the loans for these types of properties have got an uptick going on. Now in the chat, I'm not sure what, is this USDA that's happening or what it is, but there's a notable uptick in mortgage applications for homes in remote locations. So the rural stuff, and people are going to the off-grid, living thing, which has always been popular, seems to be getting more popular.
Wait a second. Scroll up a little bit. Let me see the headline again. Was there? Okay. I saw cannabis and then scroll back down and look at the picture. I'm saying, is that a cannabis plant she's standing beside?
Yes, they're going to harvest this pretty soon. It's almost ready.
Put a tire swing on that thing.
A tire swing.
Carl, is the off-grid living tied to the cannabis?
I thought that's what it was, and I went, "What the heck is that tree there?"
Yeah. Well, that looks like a greenhouse, so that's probably what's going on in this photo. But who knows?
Yeah,
but,
the greenhouse to distract your attention from the
from the weed
tree. Yeah. So.
Anyways, so just a thing to make note of, guys. People are going that direction. It might be worth your while to just kind of explore USDA or whatever other type of products can facilitate the more rural loans. Now, speaking of cannabis, Carl.
Okay. Well,
so the cannabis sector is facing a $6 billion recast here by the end of 2026. In other words, there's about $6 billion worth of cannabis loans floating around out there that are all kind of coming due at the end of 2026. And so, it's just another thing to look at. There are some concerns about it because actually cannabis funding has gotten a little tougher to do. So now you've got, $6 billion coming up that needs to get recast or refinanced or whatever, and the loans are tougher to do. I heard the president was saying something about lightening up on the cannabis thing. I don't know if he does something like that, or if it federally gets lightened up a little bit, then that might really open up big opportunities in this arena. But for now, if you can start taking a peek at what you can do there, real estate is tied to this as well, because you've got dispensaries, you've got grow facilities that are warehouses, you've got things like this that in the cannabis arena, bottom line is $6 billion has got to get dealt with by the end of next year. So if that was tickling your fancy in more ways than one, you may want to, explore the financing of this stuff. And
it's the public nudity that Kevin Gillespie and myself are really campaigning for. It's the last 3 times we got arrested, and it was just like, it just is all wrong.
Oh Lord. All right. Little trend here. Older buyers, the boomers, they're heading to the coasts. They are relocating and moving to Florida, California seem to be the hot spots, of course.
Yeah.
So not sure what you can do with yourself there or your marketing efforts.
They got money. They got money. All kidding aside, right? The boomers, this retiring generation, they got money.
And they got equity too. So like if they're selling a house to buy, it's paid for already, so they're getting a big chunk of money out of the sale of their home and then moving to the coasts, going to the warmer weather. So that's what we're doing. I love that picture of that lady. That's great.
That's a great picture. She just makes it happy.
With a video of her eating the ice cream, maybe. Like, is that we do that in slow-mo?
She may have visited the cannabis facility.
That's what it was.
Took a guy, went to the beach with an ice cream cone. Maybe that's what it is. You can weave these stories together, no problem.
Only on Fridays.
Home buyer purchasing power is up a little bit with rates easing up. They're just making the note in Scotsman Guide that means buying power is increased just a little bit. Always a welcome sign.
Yeah.
So we've got that. And this is good for messaging too, which brings us down to the perspectives, loan officer perspective here. Just to consider these items and getting the word out, hey, affordability is increasing, et cetera. And any of these stories you can kind of make use of in your marketing or your social media or whatever, just to get the attention of prospective buyers or deals, real estate prospective home buyers. And then, of course, we have Bill Murray at the end, who has a famous quote saying, "I find it quite ironic that the most dangerous thing about weed is getting caught with it." Yeah, it's a famous Bill Murray quote.
If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time.
So,
did you know? So probably, and he had some iconic movies, right?
Right.
But probably one of his most notable, at least in his early career, was Caddyshack.
Right.
And where he plays, it's this golf course community and Uppity Up and Rodney Dangerfield, Chevy Chase. It's just a classic movie. If you haven't seen it, it's a classic. But I was watching the making of Caddyshack here a couple months ago. They said that virtually 100% of everything he does was 100% improvised.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, he didn't follow the script, like they say, literally at all. And it'd be easier to show here's the scripted reel than here's the improvised reel. So absolutely brilliant guy.
Wow.
That was such a funny movie.
That was a
It
funny
was like, "I need you to kill the golfers." He goes, "Oh, I don't know if you want me to kill the golfers? Not the golfers, the gophers."
That was a good movie.
All right. Anyways, good stuff, man. Let's get started. Let's get Mr. Chris Johnstone up to have him completely freak us out with AI and listings and listing agents. What you got, buddy?
Frank, audio all good?
I think so. Oh yeah, your audio's great.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So a little bit of news. This week, Anthropic, which is the company that makes Claude, dropped their browser extension. It's a limited release. They only let 1,000 people into this thing. But I follow and am able to have conversations with some of the guys that actually got into that beta program. And I say guys because they're all dudes. But
Wait. So what? I didn't follow you. They what did they do?
So there's a beta program that Claude released, and it's AI that you can put on your browser. So right now we go to Chrome and you run Chrome or whatever browser it is that you're using. You go on and go to the website that you want and click the buttons and do the thing. We internet, right? Well, this Claude extension can see your screen, can see your browser, and knows how to navigate it way faster and more efficient than we do. So rather than interneting, you open up this Claude extension and you talk to it and it runs your browser for you. So,
Really?
Yeah. So think about like, hey, I got to take a trip and I'm going, Carl and the lovely Mrs. White are going for the weekend. They want to head up and find a great restaurant, maybe a hotel for the night, and plan the drive so that there's superchargers along the way and get everything taken care of. Carl can just open up the browser, hit the thing, tell the plan to the AI, and it'll go open up a browser window, make sure all the charger stations are on the way and they've got a scenic route to go, look up based on their history what types of restaurants they want, read all the ratings and reviews, pick the restaurant, reach out to the restaurant, book the date and time, then actually go find the hotel based on the points program that they use, book the hotel, like everything, just while you watch. So you just sit back, watch it, it's clicking the buttons, actually running the browser for you. So very similar to ChatGPT Operator, but some of the use cases are just outrageous. So you're gonna be able to sit down, tell your computer what you want, and watch it actually go out and get it for you. Just wow.
Chris, I was watching an old Star Trek movie back with Captain Kirk, the original gang. and they're going, computer, can you tell me? And I went, we've done that now.
Yeah.
Like
Isn't
that's
that wild?
100. That is 100% we've accomplished. There's nothing that they ask that computer to do other than go warp 3. There's nothing they tell that computer to do that or ask that we can't tell our computer to do today. So it was funny watching. It was like actually theirs was a little bit elementary.
Yeah. So when the time comes, are you going to trust Frank enough to say, "Beam me up, Frankie"? No. Sorry, is the whole "beam me up, Scotty" thing? No. All right. Okay. So today, so that's a little bit of the AI news as to what's going on and the rapid growth of artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
I actually posted a video on our social, on Instagram and Facebook yesterday, and it's a clip of the former CEO of Google talking about how fast these AI agents are going to be changing just all industries, healthcare, and all of them. But the use case that he decides to give in his talk is real estate, about actually like going into a marketplace, researching all the listings, finding something that your style matches, and all of those wonderful things, and how AI is just going to be transformative in that process. So I think it's very telling for us in our industry that Elon Musk, in his Grok 4 announcement, and now the former CEO of Google, have both in keynotes in the last 2 months used real estate as the use case for where AI is going to be causing disruption. So for me, I believe that the loan officers that are reaching out and talking about AI, sharing information about AI with your real estate partners, and really leaning into the communication with your qualified partners and bringing them tools that are powered by AI is one of the strongest things that you can do to build a relationship with a top producing agent. Somebody who's they're in it, it's their career. They see a lot of these headlines and they might feel a little bit overwhelmed. You being the one that's sharing information with them, educating them, having the conversations with them, sets you in this whole other category that's different from anyone else. And then when you teach them, hey, send me a deal that you've got questions about, I'm powered by AI. Not only can I get you the answer, I can get it to you quickly and get back to you. So the big idea is taking AI tools to your real estate agents and positioning yourself as the AI-powered loan officer that they can go to and have this relationship that they're learning with. So that's kind of the foundation of just like you can take these little nuggets and share them with the real estate agents so that you're seen as the expert.
You know why they use real estate as the example? There's so much money in it.
Yeah.
Right. There's just enormous amount of money that where else can you find one relationship for us as loan officers that's worth, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in income. I mean, there's no other, I think it's literally like it's like right now in the political news, it's like, hey, we need to drop interest rates because the real estate industry is crippling the entire country because the country is ran on real estate. So we're just blessed to be in this business that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely we are. Okay, so now let's pivot to something actionable, something you can take away from today's class to actually implement and get some deals using AI. So we've discussed here on the Breakfast Club before AI voice agents.
Yeah.
The big idea here is you can call a phone number, and rather than it going to voicemail and losing money, AI picks up the phone every single time, uses the right script every single time, understands the conversation, has the conversation with the client. So they're talking to an AI. They know it's an AI. It identifies itself as AI, but it gives a fantastic experience, collects all their information, puts it into your CRM, and books the appointment with that person if they want an appointment, or does a live call transfer, whatever you want it to do. So we have this big idea of you can register a phone number, you can power it with an AI voice agent. It's always on 24/7, always uses the right script. And then all of that information is put inside your CRM, and you get notified that the conversation happened. You get a synopsis of the call. You get a full transcript of this is what they said, this is what the AI said, this is the outcome of the actual call itself. And it's connected to your calendar. It can book appointments and actually follow up intelligently with the person that we had the conversation with. So Frank, you with me? This technology exists. We've been over it on Breakfast Club, right?
Sure.
Okay. So imagine you've got a listing agent, and that listing agent has open houses. We create a phone number for each listing, or just a listing that listing agent has. And then we reach out to the listing agent and say, hey, I've got this phone number powered by AI that you can put on your sign riders to generate all your leads. You can put it in the listing information to generate all leads and get leads away from the big juggernauts. And this thing can check every single person into the open houses that you're running, answer all of the questions about that specific listing, qualify them, and then put them on my calendar so I can pre-qualify them so that you know who was a qualified lead that came through your open house on the weekend. Does that sound cool? So I've done demos with real estate agents in the last 3 weeks where I just created a voice agent, sent it to them, and said, call this phone number. It's programmed with the information on 123 listing, 123 Main Street, right? Insert their listing. I want your honest feedback on the experience. And they almost don't believe, they believe that it's faked somehow. And it's like, how on earth did you do that? Was that a real person that was pretending to be AI? How did that all work? And it's like, no. And you can have this on every single listing that you have. You get every single lead, and we'll do all of the follow-up. And so I believe that it is an incredibly powerful introduction tool to the listing agents in your marketplace that have all of the listings. And the reason why we want those relationships is because the open house tourers, or the people that are showing up in the open houses, are people that are actually willing to get up off couch, get off of the internet, get into the car, drive down to the house, check in, go through. These are people in the market. They are buyers. They are ready to go. These are the people that we want to pre-approve and then refer back to that real estate agent, because we know most people that go through an open house don't necessarily buy that specific listing, but they are going to buy a listing. And we all know, I mean, how many of you have had a real estate agent that takes a picture of a hand sign-in sheet from an open house and sends it to you and says, hey, you can follow up on my leads? Are you still getting paper check-ins? Autumn, Dave, Mark, like that's still happening. Imagine an automated phone system, an AI answering service that checks everybody in. They get notified of all the leads, but all the follow-up is automatic after that. So you only have to work with or meet with or have appointments with people that are actually interested in going through the process. Frank, does that big idea make sense?
Absolutely. It's a killer idea.
Okay. So I'm going to take away your sound. I apologize. I should have given you one last opportunity for the sad trombone there. So this is inside the loan officer CRM. And we made the decision to give this technology away to everybody that's inside the CRM. So you can, the phone numbers are $2, and that's because that's what they cost. We don't make money on you registering the phone number. It's just like a phone number is $2. You go into the system, you buy a phone number, and you can program it to that listing. So inside the CRM, we have this menu on the right-hand side. It says AI agents, and then you go into the agent details. So you can click a button on the open house agent we have pre-programmed, pre-built for you inside the system, hit copy, and you get an open house agent pre-built, ready to go right inside the CRM. So you can see this one here is for Claire in an open house. So somebody calls this phone number, right? This number here, 855-217-9557, rings to Claire, right? You would register a phone number for your open house agent. This right here is how the agent picks up the phone. So this is what she's going to say. Hello, and thank you for calling to check in at the open house at 123 Main Street. My name is Claire, your AI assistant, because I believe that AI should always identify itself. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today? That kicks off the phone conversation with the person. And in here, you can choose whatever voice you want. There are certain voices that you can choose that speak English and Spanish at the same time. So if somebody calls the number and starts speaking Spanish, it will respond in Spanish. If they speak English, it's English, but you pick the voice that you want to actually pick up the phone. And then the whole thing is powered by this prompt. We put a ridiculous amount of poking and testing into this prompt here. Think of this as like the brain. So you can get an AI voice tool, right? But without the prompt, it doesn't understand how to actually work an open house lead. So you give it the prompt, and then you give it all of the programming that it can do. So down here, see this, Frank, where it says set up your actions?
Yeah.
So it sends a text message when somebody checks in. It can book appointments on your calendar, and it can extract the email for appointment booking. So when somebody calls in and they're giving their information, it's pulling out the email address from the transcript, it's pulling out the phone number from the transcript, and then automatically using that information to follow up with the person afterwards. If you click on new action here, you can see call transfer. So you can actually set this up if you have an answering service or you want people to be able to say, I want to talk to a loan officer right now. The system can automatically go, okay, let me get that loan officer for you and call the phone number that you have in the system. So it does live call transfer for you as well if you decide to turn that on. So what you do to get a new agent for your real estate agent, you take this prompt and you copy it. So just go in here, you copy our prompt from the CRM, head on over to ChatGPT. Using this prompt, build me an AI voice agent prompt that is an expert on this listing. And I just put a random Zillow link in here. So what you would do is take the agent that you want to impress, go grab one of their listings and put that into AI. And then you copy and paste our prompt from the CRM. And then you hit the button. Now, ChatGPT is going to go out, do the research, put together the whole thing, and then build a prompt that knows all of the information about that specific listing. So people can call that phone number off the sign rider and say, insert in question about the listing. And we all know these listing agents are busy. They've got tons of different listings out there. So sometimes a buyer will call them and be like, hey, I'm calling in about, 6021 Circle J Road in Marble Falls. Like, how many bedrooms? Hold on, let me get the listing. Can I call you back? Or insert in, hold on, let me get that information for you. The AI has it all. It can just answer the questions. Any question about that listing, your voice is now programmed with all of the information for that specific listing. So you can market this to your agents as a virtual open house on the sign rider and an open house check-in agent. And all you do is you take this that ChatGPT has created for you, right down to this step here, paste it into the box inside the CRM, hit save, and now you've got a phone number for that specific listing in that specific market that you can use to go build relationships with listing agents, and you get all of the leads from the listing for free. So this is part one of how to get more deals with listing agents. And we're going to do a very special class next week on part two, where I'm actually going to be releasing a brand new AI tool for these listings that I think you're absolutely going to love. So this is part one. Part two is coming next week. Frank, I think
a freaking cliffhanger. What the hell? Who shot JR? Thanks a lot. Hey, when is this next week, Chris?
So we're doing it, Frank, I believe Tuesday's Breakfast Club.
Okay. Yeah. And then you've got
it's going to be on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool,
It'll be featured on Breakfast Club Tuesday. Then you've got a class on Wednesday that's going to go into it even deeper, I think. Correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
But we're releasing everything on Breakfast Club. There's not
on Breakfast Club.
Hey, Chris, how does it work? Like if I've got 5 different listings, how do it know? Like how does that work?
5
or is that next Wednesday, or is that Tuesday?
No. It's great.
Okay.
I'm an open book. So 5 different phone numbers. So each listing, you go in and you buy a phone number inside the CRM. And then the voice AI agent, you just select that phone number and you can name the phone number. So you can name the phone number to the real estate agent. So you know which one is which listing and which agent.
And then when that listing sells, then I just transfer that phone number to a different property kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very interesting. How much are phone numbers?
$2.
$2. Holy crap. And so
I know, right?
I'm per month, of course, right?
No. I'm pretty sure
it's one time.
To be honest, I don't know.
Is really? It's per month.
Time. Oh, it is per month.
It's got
there's Alexa. Thank you.
But still, you look at I could be promoting 20 listings, and that entire marketing budget is $40 a month.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
And imagine, Carl, we're hanging out with kids, or out with the lovely Mrs. White on a Saturday, and you're watching ding, ding. People,
you know what this is? This is the new version of the call capture. Just way better. What's this AI agent? Let's say I name it. I don't know. I'll pick on Bill. So let's say that I name this one Bill. What's Bill's call? And it speaks Spanish. And it speaks Spanish. So what's the call to action on it?
Hey, thanks for enjoying this Loan Officer Breakfast Club YouTube video. If you are into industry news, if you like to keep up with what's going on within the mortgage and real estate industry, you might not be aware of this, but you can get free news snippets every single day by going to loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. In the top nav bar, you'll see in the news. Click it, daily, fresh news about the mortgage and real estate industry. There's even loan officer perspective and realtor perspective on each news story that you can make use of in your marketing. So enjoy loanofficerbreakfastclub.com/in the news.
So the AI agent that's talking to the person?
Yeah. What's the it's programmed, hey, the main purpose of doing this is
to find out if you qualify to purchase this home, or what your rate and payment is going to be in today's marketplace. Book a quick 15-minute call.
Got it. I got
financial analysis.
Got it. So it's sole purpose, like every time it answers a question. But the best way would be let me hook you up with Daniela Dragas, and we'll set an appointment. So here, let's what day is best for you? And so its main job is to set appointments on the loan officer's calendar.
That's right.
Wow, I really like that.
Yeah.
And the challenging part of this whole thing is the prompt, and that's what you've already done.
Yeah.
So now it's easy. Now it's just get a number. Or really, it's get a number, and it's a copy paste thing. Yeah. You copy. I mean, you duplicate the prompt that you're going to give everybody, and then assign it to the new number. You can name that, Bob Realtor. So that's one of Bob Realtor's phone numbers for one of his listings. And then you can just use that same number over and over again. You just have to update the listing information inside of the prompt when,
right.
As
that's
the
very
property
clever.
changes.
That's very, very, very clever.
And the follow-up system to follow up on the open house leads is automatic, but all done by the loan officer. So there's a year's worth of follow-up bolted on the back of that phone number that's automatically set up inside the system. So when Alexa and the team sets it up for you, lead comes in on the voice, all the information goes in a CRM, and then they're automatically put into a workflow that follows up for a year. So you're never going to lose any of those open house leads because the system is automatically following up.
Boy, what a great, I've always been a huge proponent of the open houses. In my case, not actually going to them, but having realtors send me the sign-in sheets, like take a picture of it and text it to me, Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday we start following up on all that way. I can go to 10 or 15 open houses over the weekend, right, while hanging out with my wife and kids, and have good solid leads. What a great conversation starter for these open house agents.
Yeah.
And pick and choose, like make sure you like don't get one that's 10 miles outside of town on a little farm. Like pick the ones with a good amount of traffic, and then sharing those leads with a realtor. It just puts a whole new spin on the follow up refer back thing. It's a great conversation starter, man. Good stuff, man.
Well,
Yeah.
the other cool thing about it is that it doesn't have to be the actual listing agent either. So you could have AI voice open house agents for agents that sit other agents open houses. As long as you've got the information on the property in the prompt, it doesn't even have to be their listing, so they can still get the benefit of doing the open house.
Wait a minute. So you're saying, wait. So could I create like a virtual open house on, I don't know, random for sale by owner, like whatever? Like, I
Yeah, I guess
wonder,
you could.
I wonder,
As long as you got the data on the house. You got to have the
well,
data on the
you
listing.
got that on Zillow.
Yeah, well, you said for sale by owner, I think is what you said.
Well, I know. Oh, good point. Because,
Yeah.
I could have this phone number for any listing. That's very interesting.
Yeah, and you could have it in the prompt if they ever ask about the agent is Bob Realtor, and this is his phone number, and this is
Yeah.
his email, right? So,
Well,
right, Chris?
as I'm sitting here just
Right, Chris? Are we crazy here, or
as I'm thinking out loud, why would I just go grab random? I'm much better to call Scott Davis, or I'm much better to call Daniela, and get theirs, because that way I don't have to do any kind of underhanded sneaky stuff.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying a lot of times, you have agents that sit other agents open houses. They can still reap the benefit of this.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's
Oh, for
great.
sure. Yeah.
Yep. Talking to the top. I mean, Frank and Carl, I love the Breakfast Club so much because the ideas that come from it, like I never even thought about FSBOs. But I know agents that are calling FSBOs
You bet.
after 120 days and churning them and using them as leads to give to real estate agents to win the listing.
Yeah.
What an incredible conversation opener with a FSBO of just like, hey, this phone number has all of the information on your listing that people can call and check in. Have you been badgered with thousands of phone calls since doing a FSBO? And oh, by the way, this is a tool that you can get through the real estate agent that I'd love to connect you with.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of angles. There's a lot of angles you could do with it. It's very, very cool. But it all does come down to that prompt, which you've taken care of for sure. And the system, of course, having a system, and the follow-up connected to it. It's pretty brilliant. I'd say
Chris,
you did a fairly good job on this one, Chris.
One last question. I haven't seen this yet, so this is the first time I'm seeing this. Can I, if I had 20 people calling that phone number to talk to the AI assistant, do I get a list of their phone numbers and like do I get through caller ID, I get their phone number and I can see the conversation they had?
Yep.
Dude.
You can listen to the conversation.
Wow.
The AI actually text messages you a summary of the call. And so you can tell like, hey, is this somebody that I want to call back right away? Is this somebody like, hey, caller expressed interest in submitting mortgage application and offer on property?
Oh, or frankly, or frankly, they just called on a house because odds are they're either A, a realtor, which I love to talk to. They're either B, a nosy neighbor wanting to know what the price is going for because they're thinking about listing their house, which I can refer that to my favorite real estate agent, Jennifer, or C, it's the homeowner, which I'm showing I'm doing my job and getting them pre-approved for the house they're moving to, or it's a buyer. Like that's the only people that call these things. So all four of them are substantial leads. So yeah, I could see running a for sale by owner campaign on this thing, as a way to generate business back and finance people moving into the house, finance them on the house they're moving to, and then getting all the leads of people that call the numbers, calling those people back saying, I hear you guys are looking to buy a house. When you're looking to do that? I mean, that's very interesting, Chris.
AI powered loan officers.
Very clever, very clever.
Yeah.
Wow. Brad's got his hand up. Let's get to Brad. Let's get out of here.
Chris, so I've got an agent that I want to do this with a listing agent. I buy the phone number.
Mm-hmm.
I put the information for the listing into the prompt so that the prompt knows the address. Can the so the listing agent, let's say, advertises the listing on Facebook.
Yep.
Can she put the phone number in that ad on Facebook?
Of course.
And then, right? So it's not just something that she'd have to do with putting it on a yard sign or at an open house. She can put that in any of her advertising for the property.
Right.
And then it comes
flyers,
to anything,
open house, social media, images, everything.
But the phone number has to be unique, which is understandable, sure. And so I could say, Elizabeth, I want you to list 123 Main Street. Here's a phone number. Put this on your listing, and the AI agent is going to respond. And I think you said it would take appointments for both me and the agent. Is that true or not?
No, just you.
Okay.
The CRM's only hooked to your calendar.
Okay. All right. Got it. Okay. Thank you very much.
Hey, my man, great to see you here. And when we talk about, marketing and how this might have a brand new marketing strategy that less than 5% of real estate agents have actually engaged in, but is one of the most powerful marketing pathways. That's what we're going to talk about on Tuesday.
And then Chris, did you say you've got a sample phone number that if I call this agent, say, I want you, this is what can happen for your property, that they could call to test it out?
So what I would do is I would go get one of their listings, get a phone number, put the prompt into it.
Oh, okay.
Send them
their listing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
My man.
Hey, wait a minute. Before we go, is that Autumn McLean? Autumn, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in forever. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. Wow. If I'd have known that, I'd have put on a tie or something,
All right.
Shaved or something, So good to see you, Autumn. Good to see you, really.
All right. Well, hey, guys, Tuesday, big day. Monday, we're off. So enjoy the weekend. And then Tuesday will be here for part 2 of this. Great stuff, Chris Johnstone, man. Thank you as always.
Thanks, guys. Great holiday.
We'll get out of here. You guys have a great weekend and a great day. We'll see you here on Tuesday on Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Adios.
Everybody have a great weekend.